I think I can. Remember the story of the little engine that could? That's today's subject. I think I can.
We all have a satisfaction associated with doing something that somebody finds useful.
A few years ago, I bought a hot rod, a sports car that is known for its aggressive behavior. I bought a Dodge Viper. Now, that was the third one that I had. Let's see, one, two, three. Yeah, I had three. And one of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to get a lot better at driving. I had taken a lot of driving and done a lot of driving work and stuff before that, so I thought I was, pretty good. But I decided to just bite the bullet and do something really hard. I decided to go to the Bondurant School of Performance Driving, and so I signed up for that, and it was a 4-day Grand Prix at race class at the International Speedway here in Phoenix. I said here in Phoenix because I used to live there, but I'm in Edmonton now, right? Anyway, I wasn't living in Phoenix at the time. I was actually living in Calgary in Alberta. And so I decided to take that class. And, it was ridiculously expensive, and it was 4 days of intense driving with some very qualified instructors, and we did all kinds of stuff from drifting practice to driving really fast cars on a racetrack. And then one of the days we drove actually the Formula style cars that are the cockpit, down to the ground, looked like Formula One, with helmets and all that sort of thing. And the rest of the days we drove souped up, specially prepared Corvettes. And I was a little intimidated the first day because, there were about 10 people in the class. It wasn't very big. And the drivers were good, and they took us around the course, showing us what they could do. And of course, they were awesome, and did stuff that, they just everything was, of course, exactly at the right time, and could do the ovals and all the, around the track in amazing speeds. And so I thought, man, this may be over my head. I wonder if I took the wrong class first. But then I decided, okay, I've paid the money. I'm here. I think I can. I think I can. Now, one of the interesting things it turned out was that one of the people in the class was the Flying Tomato, Shaun White, who went on to become, of course, the Olympic champion in snowboarding and be, a legendary snowboarder for years. And in the last Olympics, I don't think he didn't win, but the one before that, his victory at gold was spectacular. And of course, like any sport, your time at the top passes, and so that's gone on. But at the time, this was before he'd won his championship. This was about 10 years ago, I guess. I decided to go do that. And that was my attitude. I think I can. I think I can. And so it was in the summertime. It was hot. And all we did all day was drive. There was some time in the class, and they talked about, apex of the corner, and it's not where you think it is. And of course, if you think about the apex of a corner, you think about the top of it, and it's not there, and it has something completely to do with driving that puts it in a different place. And they taught us how to use your foot sideways to use the brake and the gas at the same time, and that might not make any sense to normal thinking, brake and gas at the same time. But of course, there's reason, and you do it, and you have to know how to do it and when to do it and all that sort of thing. So we spent 4 days doing nothing but driving all day long. And after the first day, or the second day, I think it was after the second day, Shaun White and several that were with him, he had a whole entourage. His Target Stores was his sponsor, and so there were 3 or 4 people in the class that were there with him, and he had only stayed 2 days, apparently. So the last 2 days, there were only about 6 of us in the class. And that made for an amazing day, because then there were very few people with each driver. And for one half of one of the days, I was alone with my instructor, 2/3 of the day. And that was intense because it was hot. It was a hot track, and it was drive until you can't drive anymore. Do this, do that, and they're constantly yelling at you, yelling because over the sound of the motor, but also, come on, I told you that last time. No, you put the brake on 1/10 of a second too soon. The gas wasn't to the floor. Do it here, do it there. on and on and on and on, and just like pound, pound, pound until you couldn't move. And then you got out, you went and poured cold water all over your head because this is Phoenix, right? And it's 110 or something, and 100 and who knows what, 50 or 40 on the asphalt that you're driving on. So, pour water all over yourself, and when you're ready, back in. It's your money, it's your day. And so, me wanting the most for my money, I'm out there gonna do this till I drop. And I got better, and I got better as the day went along, and the corners went along, and the laps went along, and it was not just an oval, it was a complicated track, intentionally. So you'd learn how to do corners and calculate angles and do all of the kinds of things that you'd have to do driving a car professionally. And the attitude, I think I can, is what kept me going through that whole thing, through the sweat. And when I was so tired and hot, I couldn't stand it anymore. I thought, you know what, I'm not done yet. I'm going to get better. And guess what? I did, like the little engine. I think I can. Then you reach the top. I thought I could. So it was very satisfying. It was a lot of fun. And I really, really enjoyed what I learned, and I pushed myself hard. What I got out of that experience that I want to share with you today in this tightrope transformation for the bold is that everything has to do with our attitude. And when it got to be just one-on-one, me and an instructor, because the class had gotten so small, it was intimidating to say the least, because these guys were really good. But it was such an opportunity, and I think I can allowed me to do some stuff that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. Really, really good. And at the end of the day, one of those three there on the end, that one right there, that's two of the pictures that came from that, and this is the class picture, and the diplomas right there, and so forth. I got a little handout at the end, with a commendation on it about how well I'd done, and it made me feel good, and I felt so cool and all that stuff. And, I learned an awful lot about racing that I thought I already knew, and realized how little I did know before we started. The moral of this story is do the things you don't think you can do. Try them. I had no idea, but I thought this is my third sports car, hot rod, and one of them I'd souped up to 850 horsepower, and, that was blindingly fast, and I just thought I gotta learn. I gotta do this. So I went and tried, even though it was something I wasn't sure I could do, wasn't sure I would be good at, might be intimidated, might fail. And by just saying, I think I can, I'm gonna keep doing this, just like the little engine that could, I got over the top. I got over the hill. I got it done. I did it well. I got a really high mark, and I don't know what that means, but it made me feel really good, and I know for sure that I learned a lot. And of course, from that day till today, these last 10 years, I've never looked at driving the same. So what is it that you want to do that's intimidating and frightening? Take today, figure it out, start. No more hesitation. I think I can. I think you can. Thank you for watching the videos. Take this opportunity, leave a comment, subscribe most of all, and don't forget to spread the word about this channel.